as you can see, it's a really great neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, it's a great
The
pocket
house
to
has
market.
great bones.
Oh,
I'm sorry, would you excuse me? What the hell happened?
hit and run. I'm never going to that Walmart again.
We supported you while Mommy was here, but ain't happening anymore.
I told you, I'm a private investigator now.
You're just gonna have to hustle.
I need a hustle. No, to hustle.
And what a great show High Desert is. It's
Thank
so
you.
out there.
Yes.
What do you think gives it its piquancy?
Well, the writing. You know, it all starts with the writing, and then you take a talent like Patricia Arquette, who has an uncanny way of taking the absurd and grounding it. She just has an incredible skill set. And when I was reading the script, I was like, this is so great. Patricia's one of the few that is going to keep it believable because, you know, in the show, she deals with addiction and grief and loss and things that are very real, that are very traumatic. And she makes it quirky and relatable and funny. And all these things in life do have a humor to it. And so I think that's what made me go, wow, this is a special opportunity.
You know, the contrast between your character and hers, in every way, in terms of the personality that you're playing, in terms of your aims and what do I want to say, moral structures or whatever,
Sure.
and the size. I mean, all of that really adds to the show. It's
Thank you.
phenomenal.
Thank you.
And I think it's a risk for people to have made a show that is so out there. And you know,
it is.
kudos.
It is. And that's the great thing about streaming is you can really do things outside of the box. They give the creatives free reign to experiment, and sometimes it works. And I feel very grateful to be part of it. I mean, the cast is amazing, and Jay Roach directing and the writing. So
yeah,
we had a good time.
Of course, you play the poor PI who's having financial struggles.
Yeah.
He's nearly bankrupt, and so you know that's going to open up a lot of opportunity for
Sure.
both of you, maybe to do things you wouldn't normally do.
Exactly.
Well, in Patricia's case, maybe, you know, just another day, but
Yeah.
but that to me is the richest vein in the film. How are we going to pull him back from and her, because she works there, pull them back from disaster? So, you know, that's a crucial point.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great point. It's like we're both in a lifeboat, you know, we're taking on water, and we both have different ideas of how to not sink. And we're both desperate people. You know, she's fighting with, you know, her obstacles, and mine are aplenty as well. And you know, that's why I love playing people that are flawed, that are at the end of their rope, because, you know, we do things sometimes when we are desperate.
You don't say.
Yes.
Too funny. And there's this wonderful moment when Peggy gives you some money, and you insist she takes it back because you know she needs it too. And but you shed a tear.
Yeah.
That was a wonderful moment.
Thank you. We were trying to figure out, you know, does this guy cry? How would he cry? Would he really let himself be seen like that? And then the writers and the director were like, well, let's try different things. And I just, you know, I figured he'd be a guy who would hold back whatever he could not to cry in front of this woman. And the squeak came out in the beginning, and they went, what is that? And I went, I don't know. And they went, try that. And that was him squeaking and crying. And but I think that scene is where they really connected, hopefully. And that's where they saw that Peggy is a good person, and it's okay for Bruce to ask for help. And I think that kind of started the bond as far as those characters.
And also, you know, he has a way of going around his issues, and she goes directly to it. That too makes for a great partnership, because I think you can smooth the road with your character and then come in for the punch with hers.
You're a phoenix, baby.
I know.
What are you supposed to be?
A real PI? What are you playing at?
I'm not hiring.
I'm a natural detective. You need me, and I need this job.
Be here Monday morning at 9 a.m.
I don't get up before 11. When I had money, we all had money.
From dealing drugs.
It was a little pot, maybe some hash.
There was cocaine.
Well, that was much later, and I did it. I didn't sell it.
Oh, wow.
Okay, calm down. Good comes from bad, but I need that thing that I've always missed.
You got some oxy?
No! I'm on methadone. Creep.
What a great acting partnership.
Oh,
Did you?
Thank you.
Did you do one of those chemistry reads, or how did it happen?
We didn't. They offered me the role, and I've always wanted to work with Patricia. After I got the role, it was kind of funny. Then we had a chemistry type of day where we got together and read through a couple of episodes together to kind of find where that relationship was. And, I was nervous that day because I'm like, well, they said I had the role and I was so excited, and the chemistry thing came after, and I went, well, this is good because, I kind of felt it was a rehearsal too, before we actually hit the set a week later. So, you're never sure in this business when you're going to get the phone call to wrap it up. So I was really lucky that it worked out.
That's great. And I just love the series so much, and I hope it comes back for a second series. But I just want to ask you about your career. A quick question. You have not stopped working in a long, long, long time. What keeps the spark lit for you?
Well, the spark for me is as cliche as it sounds, is I'm lucky enough to do what I love. I'm in a business that changes every day, whether you have a job or you don't. There's always hope in something coming along. And the older I've gotten, I've been very lucky. I've been able to kind of pick and choose a little bit. In the last couple of years, some really wonderful things have come down the line. And the spark is just finding those moments. The spark is getting to work with someone like Patricia, who you've admired for years. And the spark is still not being sure of what you're doing, and still being scared, and still being ready to risk. And as long as that keeps going, I'm just going to try to, squeeze out my 15 minutes as long as I can.
Well, I think you're one of the most recognizable and stars, and that we feel a great affection for you, having gotten to know you. Thank you so much, Brad.
It's very kind. Appreciate you.
You don't think things are going to change that fast. But they do.
I worry that the next time I come out here is going to be for my sister's funeral.
Fire in the hole!
You're at the point of no return.
The scope of this thing could put us on the map.
What are you looking at? Get out of here.